Okay, this is a Ford Exploder. The radiator has decided to give up, as they often do these days, because the manufacturers, being assholes that they are and cheapskates, design them with plastic against metal, which doesn't work. You know, in the good old days, yeah, I know I'm an old fart, and these older radiators are much better, with brass tanks that are soldered, or as America would say, soldered, and I say Sodom. Then they wouldn't break down as often as these pieces of shit do. I've already started this, as I said. There are three pieces I've taken off. Let me take you to show you what they are. There is a plastic cover. You just grab it and pull it. Underneath it you'll find another piece of plastic crap that you grab and pull, and then you take off the top hose. However, when you go to take off the bottom hose, they don't want you to get to it because it's difficult. You see, it's down there, and no matter what tool you've got, you can't get to it, so you have to remove the air filter. You know, that means they can charge you probably an hour to take this air filter off, because that's the kind of assholes these manufacturers are. Oh, did I say that out loud? My. Alright, so take off the air filter, undo those two ends, pry this off, pry. Ugh. And of course you saw I'd taken this off, and you saw I'd taken this off, didn't you? Because you're paying attention. Alright. Yeah, elf theatre's, yeah, the elf theatre's not too bad. So let's put these down here. Now, can I now get to that with my special tool that is designed for this type of clip? Yes, I can. Who said that out loud? Shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell Ford, for Christ's sake. There we go. And this is for the bum hose, better known as the bottom hose. In fact, I think what I might do... nah, maybe not. Let's see. First of all, it's not going to come off there easy. Let me get my special tool, and if you watched any of my videos, you are aware that I think this tool is rather good. And if you don't have one, go buy one. It's a pipe removing tool. Goes between the pipe and whatever it is that it's attached to. The reason this is so good is because when you're on something like this plastic tank, which is no doubt a piece of shit that will break, you get it in here and just wiggle it till it's in, and then push it and grab it and pull it. This reduces the odds. I won't say it stops it happening, but it sure as hell reduces the odds of damaging a plastic tank. Now let's see. Yep, there she goes. There she blows. Oh, and by the way, if you're getting parts from somewhere like AutoCrap, oh, that slipped out. It's always good to take the old ones off and take them with you. More often than not, you'll end up with the wrong part. So, next is to get underneath now and disconnect that hose and get covered in coolant. Although this vehicle has dumped it all, and there's probably just water in there. So let's... Ooh, actually it's a bit hot, so give me a second. I've got to put me a blankie down. Whew! Man, oh man, I love Arizona. It's lovely and hot, but whew, I hear trickle trickle. Okay, let's get this out of here. Good old moving blankets. Ah, that didn't hit me on the toes, it only hit me on the shins. My. Great. Oh, wow. He trod on me flip-flop. And stood on my red hot concrete. Okay, so it's not red, but you know what I mean. Alright. Here we go. Trickle, trickle. Pile and dickle. Let's grab the tools. Let's see. Oh yes, look at that, lovely. Alright. My tool. Whoa. Where is that hose connected to? Is this it? Oh, that can't be it. Okay, engage brain cell. Shit, it is. Oh my god. My ghast has just been flabbered. Wow. Well, this is a strange setup. Okay, let's take this one off. Okay, put that out of the way. Oh, where's me little prying tool? There we go. Move it on around. Okay. Now let's see if we can wiggle it open. Here she comes, walking down the street. Why am I singing that song? Why am I singing at all? Holy crap. There must be some connection there. On that panel, something else I've got to discover. We're getting there, boys and girls. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing. Whee! Tried to pee in my face. Hell, I don't even let my wife do that. Oh, this is going to get messy. Stand back. Ow! Ooh, yeah, baby. I tell you what, coolant don't taste too good. Don't drink it. It ain't as good as a nice Chardonnay. What are you saying? I should have drained the radiator first. But of course I should. But I figured, what the hell, I'll just do it with the hose. Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to pull down. I'll pull that one up. And then we will work on getting this radiator out. I don't know if I need to take that shield off. I probably don't. But of course, the fact that I said that means I will have to. Because Murphy and his law will strike again. And he strikes at the most inopportune moments. And there is an expression about Murphy's law, and it is, if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong at the worst possible moment and cause the most damage. Murphy's law. Well, hopefully that doesn't apply to what my customer had here. Hopefully it is just his radiator gave up the ghost, as they tend to. So next is to get the shroud off, which comes off in two pieces. I believe, and don't hold me to this, I believe one piece unbolts and goes upwards, and one piece unbolts and comes downwards in a downward direction, hence the word downwards. Alright, and those of you that watch Barn Hunter with Tom Cotter, excellent program. I just saw an episode of him in England, and he was talking about aluminum and aluminium and kept referring to it as alloy so he didn't get in trouble. Well, Tom Cotter, guess what? They're spelt differently. We spell it aluminium and you spell it aluminum. It's okay. It's America. We are two nations separated by the same language. All right, time for me to choke. Time for me to get on top and get that shroud off. Okay, the side ones have to come off first. Way down here. Whoops. Oh, and these are fiddly ones. One of those ones where it's too tight and too loose at the same time. Alright. Okay, that's that one out. Uh-oh, I forgot my tray. Let's get my tray. Always carry your tray. It's just like your towel. That's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh, where can we put this? Oh, there you go. Look at that. Perfect spot for it. Now let's see if I can get this one down here. Okay, this is good. It's coming undone with my fingers now. Alright. Oh, and that was an 8mm. Now we're going to step up to, I believe, a 10. So let's see. I believe these are a 10 here. Yep, these are a 10, these ones here. Sorry if this is weird, but I'm leaning over the front of the vehicle, trying to hang inside it. And as you can see by the bright light, I'm outside in the baking Arizona sun. Because I have a car stuck on my ramp at the moment. That Nissan that you saw me working on in other videos. But unfortunately, the clutch has not bled yet. I've tried virtually everything I can think of. I've got one more thing to try on it and see if that works. Alright. Now this should come out. Look at that. Good, that makes life simple there. Let's put this over here out of the way. Oh, the things you have to do to get a radiator out. Now, that is holding that there. I can feel the end of a bolt there. It seems to come through that bracket there. Oh, what's this? Yeah. Good God. Why don't you make it difficult just to get a fucking radiator out? Hello, what's going on this side? Oh, I guess somebody had it out and didn't bother putting it back in on this side. I wonder if that's a plus or a minus. Looks like I've got to get that bottom cowl off as well, so I'm going to grab my blanket and get my ass down there. See you down there, guys. Okay, it would appear these nuts here, and that would be 10mm. Also, I see there's a extra. Well, I should have my eye protection on. So yes, of course there's crap gonna fall out and hit me in the face. Alright, so that's that one out. Okay. Now the other one is over here, I think. Yeah, there it is. Hopefully you guys can see that. Just sort of there. Not sure what this thing is across the bottom here. It has the coolant running through it. Another sneaky Ford design. Okay, that's that bolt out. Well, all I gotta do is get my face out of the way. Alright. Okay, I don't think I... Oh, great. Look, you can see that, can you? That's attached. The bloody hose is attached. Oh dear. Well, let me get it out and then I'll deal with it. But that's going to have something in it to catch in my face. Right. Good God, what is this? Oh, it's got to come off. Oh, there's pins in there. Oh, great. And then I've got to pull that and take... What the hell? Holy shit. Okay, there's the main bottom hose. That's fine. I'm going to get something to get these pins out. Oh, maybe I can... No, I need my special tool to get that out. And then I need my pliers to undo those clamps, don't I? Alright, let's go get those. Okay, let's see if we can progress now. Yeah, that don't want to come out. So we'll try doing it this way. I'm not worried about damaging the radiator. But why, you may ask? Well, because I'm replacing it. That's why you're watching this video, because you want to see me fuck it up. And yes, I do have eye protection on now. As you should too if you're ever underneath like this. Chuck. Okay, let's see if I can get this around it. There we go, come on. Wow. Oh, that's... Yeah. There's wearing mouth protection as well. I'm not quite sure why they did that, but they did. Alright, so let me get that out. Okay, where's that tool? Oh, there it is. Okay, what's the betting I'll get a mouthful of antifreeze? You mother... You know, that one. So yeah, these... I hate these clips. Oh, I see. I see liquid trying to seep out. You probably won't see him much then, will you guys? Okay, now a good old hose removing tool. And again, I'm not really bothered if I damage these hoses, because I'm actually replacing them. But I'm putting money, there's going to be some liquid there. Alright, now let's take this one off. Oh, a strange idea this is. Okay. Ooh-wee. Such fun. Alright, now, how do I get this fucking thing out of here? Where is it bolted? Ah, there's a... No. It's bolted through from the other side. Oh, crap. No, don't tell me we're going to take the front grill off. Ah, Jesus. What a stupid design. Here we go again. Another bloody genius design. All it needed was a nut. Here. Instead, what do? They put a bolt through from the other side. How bloody ridiculous. Alright, let me see what I gotta do, and I'll come back to you on this one, because this is ridiculous. I don't know if you can see where my finger is up there. If you see my finger wiggle wiggle, I can feel the end of a bolt up there, but I can feel the threaded end. And the same at the top, so it looks like I have to take the front grill off, maybe even the front bumper. Oh, Jesus. Alright, let me check it out, as I said, and I'll be back. Okay, so what we need to do is get these out of the way so we can get to the bolts. We don't have to remove the grill, thankfully, but getting these out is going to be fun. Jeez. Oh, this is fighting me. There's a different way of pushing it back in, maybe. Okay. And of course, meanwhile I'm losing my skin up against the radiator. That's always very pleasant, isn't it? Oh, guys. I think I'm going to have to take these off. Looks like there's a 10mm there. Oh, what's this? No, that's just a... Where is that attached? Oh, and it's down there as well. Hang on a second. Yeah, look. See, there's a nut in there. That's got to come out. And that 10mm bolt there, I think. Actually, that's an 8. That's not a 10. Maybe that comes out. Then I can move this bracket out of the way, and that'll allow me to pull up that rubber strip, and the same on this side. Also, to get to one of the bolts on this side, oh, excuse me, I have to pull this out. Not sure how that comes out. Get this out. Oh great, it's got pins in the bottom. It's got plastic clips. Alright, so there are plastic clips up behind here that you have to get out first, then this should pull out. So let me get that done. Well, Mr. Ford, gotta hand it to you. You really are a total bunch of arsehole designers. You couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery or an orgy in a brothel. You put the bolts through from the inside here so that the radiator cannot be removed without pulling up the oil cooler and the condenser, meaning you have to discharge the AC system and disconnect the transmission lines from the transmission cooler, not the oil cooler. You're idiots. You are complete and utter idiots. I tried a different method just in case any of you want to try it, and that was to loosen the bolts on the cooler, and then I could hopefully pull it up a little and reach the bolts that hold the radiator at the bottom, but it turns out that is not possible. Therefore, I've had to disconnect the AC system from this end. It's not disconnected yet, I've just given it a touch of the PBs, but that bolt there will be undone, and that one down there will be undone. That means then that this whole unit will lift up, and then I can get it on the bench, take it all apart, put it all back together and lower it back in as one complete unit. I searched the internet for various ways to do this, and one guy did say that this was the only way to do it, and unfortunately he was right. It is such a poor design. I cannot believe that they get away with this kind of crap, but we all know it's deliberate. So next is to remove this AC lines, disconnect the transmission lines, which are down there, and once they're disconnected with the special tool, of course, then we can get this radiator out of here and throw it in the trash. Alright, let's get on with it. Another little Ford trick. Their transmission lines have got a special type of connector. The normal disconnect tools don't work. You have to use some special ones from Lyle. They are a 39220 tool, costs $37 plus tax. So I'm now going to have to go and buy those tools to disconnect the transmission lines. Once I have done that, then I will be able to take out the radiator, the transmission cooler and the condenser all in one, unbolt it, put in the new radiator, bolt it all back together and reassemble it. And that really will be the end of this video. As always with my videos, you saw me take it all apart, pretty much, and all you have to do is reverse what you've just done and put it all back together. So that's the end of this one. I am now going to edit it and put it out there, and this was all. Let me show you. You see down here, that is a hole in the radiator, and it is persistenting out of that hole, which is why we've had to buy a new radiator. There you go. Don't know what caused the hole, probably just because it was Ford. Well, I did say it was the last video for this particular project, but I thought I'd just show you these tools. This is the packet it comes in, Lyle 39220, and you get two tools in there. One is a 3/8 and one is a 1/2 inch. The one you need on this particular project is the 3/8, and they open up very nicely, and they are remarkably good. Slip that round the pipe, and it's made of aluminum, and it's quite solid. It needs a lot of pressure, so without this tool I don't think you're going to do it, because Ford put a ridge on their pipe so that you need this tool rather than the usual tool. Thanks, Mr. Ford, you asshole. And let me show you out here what I have now pulled out. There she is. There's the radiator, there's the transmission cooler, there's the condenser. I'll give these a good, well actually I'll give the condenser and the oil cooler a good blast with a hose just to make sure they're nice and clear. And now I can put it all back together. I can now get to those nuts at the bottom and reassemble this whole shebang. Now, this really is the end of this video.